Plus, a chance to earn some VC with 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Game 3 brings us our first change of scenery, but what hasn't changed are my colleagues. At home in any arena, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And from San Antonio, this game of the series in Spurs territory as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. And guys, for the Pistons, they've hit their stride at the best possible time, dominating their competition in these playoffs. Only 3 losses to this point. These guys seem poised to win it all. All right, on the heels of taking both home games to start this final series, how different is this Game 3 going to be, Kenny, now that the finals have shifted venues?
Oh, you got to be prepared to face an aggressive team tonight. You know, this team's desperate for a win, so you can't just come in unprepared. It's a lot harder to win games on the road. You know what I'm saying, Shaq?
You know, if they lose this one, the first 2 games would just be viewed as them holding serve running. The win here and would nearly cement them as the champs. I think they can do it tonight. We might as well crown them already.
Wow.
That's
big news.
I'm predicting
Crown
they're going to win
already?
this game. Yeah.
Well, if they win tonight, they'll be up 3-0.
They'll be up 3-0.
And nobody's ever come back from
They're going to
being
win
down
tonight.
This might be the first time. This could be the first time.
Stop it.
Well, they're not even down 3-0 yet. We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yes,
but
we are.
we're good at that. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. A 2-0 start to the finals. Things could change direction here in Game 3. 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke. You look at the Spurs. They can't panic, but after losing the first two on the road, there's no question they'll need a win tonight to regain some confidence and make this a series.
Yeah, they were unable to steal a game on the road, but now in this third game, it's really do or die. They need a win to keep their championship hopes alive.
Yep, if they're able to win Game 3 tonight, that scenario becomes a definite possibility. They get a huge boost going forward. The fans would simply get crazier and more hyped up.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Green in at shooting guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. And both free throws good for Green.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, high percentage shot, and the more points you can get inside, I think the better off they'll be as the game progresses.
Parker's shot is off. And Detroit has possession. They want that intensity to carry over from that victory on Friday.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. He hits both from the stripe. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jackson kicks to Green. He dishes it to Drummond, and the wide open shot from Morris. Another three for Detroit.
And the offense, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Leonard with no one around. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Green with the block. Pass to Morris. Back to Green. Feeds to Morris. Green, the pass to Drummond. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Parker kicks to Green. Here's Aldridge. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
To the middle. Here's Green, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. And he gets the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
So it's the Pistons now. Jackson dishes to Morris. Ilyasova sets a screen for Morris. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. He had an upbeat attitude when we spoke, especially for being down 2 games in the NBA Finals. He explained his demeanor, though, saying everyone expects them to hold serve in their building, and we feel we can do the same. Confidence not lacking on their sideline despite the deficit, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute. Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now here's Jackson. Green passes to Jackson. And Drummond kicks to Green. Back Back to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot clock at 6. And here's Morris for 3. Here's Green. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Morris dishes to Green. Pass to Drummond. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Parker double teamed, and the wide open shot from Green. On target from 13 feet.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs game team.
And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Number 1, Drummond. 4th, Freak.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Smith checked in for Ilyasova. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Back to Green. The tray. And he gets it to go. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
West a screen on Green. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. And that one hits back iron. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Smith. Here's Green. Again, the Pistons score.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Jennings against Parker. West with a wide open look. The wing jumper off target. Pistons leading by 4. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Parker against Jennings. Parker passes to Mills. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Pistons on top. They lead by 6. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony Parker. And here's what Parker had to say about that.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio. Down low, it's the veterans Diaw and Duncan. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. And it's Mills in at the point guard position.
Complete domination. What a game for Green. 12 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
And the Pistons making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Tim Duncan. Now here's Leonard. Leonard with the screen on Jackson. Back to Leonard. From 11 feet away. That is good. Leonard's got 6. Here's Jackson. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs got down to business. He finished with 48 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it.
Now, here's Green. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. The drive by Green. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. Jackson kicks to Green. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets the bucket. Green's got 16 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Green dishes to Diaw. Mills passes to Aldridge. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pistons leading by 7. Green kicks to Ilyasova. Mills with the steal. Here's Green. Lays it in off the breakaway. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
The Pistons have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Morris with the screen for Jackson. Green against Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Again, the miss by Green.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Mills dishes to Aldridge. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Ilyasova. Passes it to Green. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Diaw with the screen on Jackson. Here's Mills. Here's Aldridge. It's good.